day 2 of trying to get more sleep. Yesterday was day 1, got 8 hours. Today got 7.5, and feeling a lot better. Like super focused as opposed to just sleepy all the time, which is nice. This is why you listen to your wife and just get more sleep. Went to BJJ first thing in the morning at 8 o'clock, one-on-one with Marwin, and normally after that, like I'll come home, I'll eat, and I'll feel like right away I need to take a nap. Today felt just really good, didn't have to sleep, was able to just go right into work, got a bunch of stuff done, working on an engagement module for Reforge, and also have a presentation tonight, the second New York City event for Reforge. So excited to do that. It's on retention and engagement. This time I know that I have to give a presentation, a short little retention presentation. Should only be about 5 minutes, but at least I know this time versus kind of going into it blind and having to do one on the growth processes. An update on how the program itself is doing. In a tricky spot right now. Kind of, it's not that it's too early to tell, it's just that this is kind of where the deep grind work happens, when it's not just compiling the notes from all our research, but organizing it into a way where it makes sense for students. I know obviously there's still a lot of work to do, and it can all be done within our time frame, where we're looking to announce this program in January of next year. So can definitely be done. It would give us another 2 months before we actually had to release the program. So loads of time. But yeah, got to get moving on it. Got to tighten everything up. I'm glad to have the experience with I Will Teach under the belt, because I know that I've gone through this period before, and it could seem like you're really far away from the finish line, but you got to know that the end of the tunnel is there. The light at the end of the tunnel is there, and you can get there. You just need to put your head down and keep moving forward.
The next stop is Queen Girl. Yeah.
So update on how the event went. The event itself went really well. I got there at around like 5:30, and the catering people weren't there yet. And I started to wonder if they were coming, because last time they were there maybe like 20 minutes early. Just as I was sending the text, they showed up. So thankfully they got there. However, one of our guest speakers did not make it, so that was too bad. My 10-minute lecture on retention engagement went pretty well. I thought it could have been better. I think I prepared, I don't know, I feel like I spent too much time preparing, but I also felt like it could have been better, so I don't really know. I really should have asked the caterer, Alice, to do a video of my presentation, just to like kind of have that. Don't have a whole lot of tape of me presenting, so I think it would have been good to have. And I think ultimately I just kind of like pussied out at the last minute to look back on this experience of doing Reforge. Actually, something cool is this idea of like documenting more. I think Brian is starting to come around to it. I know Susan has, because she started using Instagram more, and we've talked a little bit about it, but Brian took a couple photos today of David starting to build the office. So I saved those to Google Photos. Just nice to have those, right? I mean, imagine if we get really big and we look back 5 years from now and just remember the days where we didn't have an office and we're fully distributed, and be able to look back at photos of putting together desks. I think about the 5 guys at CAA, right? Like Mike Rosenfeld, Michael Ovitz, Bill Haber, Roland Perkins, Ronnie Mayer. What would they give to have a photograph of the early days when they were working on card tables, right? And their wives working as the assistant or the receptionist back when they started that agency, and looking at what it's become now. So I really think it's important to capture that journey and remember every step of the way, even if it's something as mundane as just building office furniture for the office, and having these little like Reforge events and giving a few short-minute speeches at a 20-person event. Like, it all matters. You know, it's all part of the history. So I think it's super important.